say Bacon is my podcast. I'm not really sure how you guys made it to a year. Just kidding. Congrats. It's a huge milestone, and it's been so much fun talking with you guys.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Cheers. Welcome everybody. We made a year.
That's insane.
We're 1 year old.
That's insane. How long did you think it was going to last?
Not this long. Not this long.
Yeah, me either.
But here we are. 1 year of Bacon is my podcast.
Yeah. So for those of you that have been with us the whole time, thank you so much. That's awesome. For those of you that have jumped on during this journey of ours, thank you guys for jumping on. This whole thing started because we wanted to write some music together.
Yeah.
That was really it. We got together, we wrote a bunch of stuff, and then got busy, and it fell off for like a year.
Yeah. It might have been longer than a year.
Yeah.
And then we got back together during the pandemic and realized for the first hour to 2 hours, we were like, we're just bullshitting. And people were asking what it was like to be a fly on the wall.
I think, the pandemic just in general was awful for so many reasons. But just the fact that we were stuck, unable to play shows.
Yeah.
Unable to really rehearse. And it became like a thing that you and I could do. We were like, let's do this and have fun with it. And people, our friends and fans and stuff like that were just kind of like, what are you guys up to? We would throw pictures up every now and then, or we would like throw little posts out, and they were like, oh, I wish we could be the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
And that's
what this is.
Yeah.
And
so you guys are flies on the wall.
Yeah, you're flies on the wall. That
only
sounds
now,
terrible.
Only now, they're not flies on the wall because it grew from us getting drunk and just talking about whatever to us actively trying to engage the flies on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. And
meeting other people,
really cool people, and it just kind of snowballed. We got sponsors. People are like, cool. You talk like at length,
right,
about stuff. Here's some barbecue sauce.
Blows my mind.
Here's some soda.
You got any friends that like barbecue sauce? Well, tell you what, if they use a word that you like, we'll give them a discount.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's what's happened. So yeah, we've grown in a year. We're heading into year 2.
Yeah, which is crazy. We've got guests booked. We've got new opportunities that we're kind of exploring right now. We've got a website for it now. We've got merch. We've got events.
Yeah.
We have a Patreon. We have all these things.
Yeah.
All these things. And honestly, it's all really just kind of like thanks to you guys. Because you wanted to listen and you wanted to watch and you wanted to jump on Strangerhood TV and check it out, or you wanted to jump on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or something and listen to us on your way to work or whatever. It's really been an awesome thing to be able to do this. And one thing I never thought we were gonna like do on any kind of regular basis was like have guests and interviews and things like that.
Yeah, it just kind of happened that way. I just got curious. I got curious to see what does it take to get a guest on a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said it before. Sometimes it's just as easy as asking.
Yeah,
straight up asking somebody, "Hey, would you come on the show?" Other people, you have to talk to publicists and navigate those waters. We've met some really cool people behind the people that get booked on this show. So yeah, it's just been really cool. It's been a really cool ride. And then, you know, we never really intended, you know, and when I started booking guests, it was very much a hey, let's you know, save some stuff. Let's do like a guest every few weeks. And we just ended up just booking all these people. They just were super willing to come on and talk and have a drink or two with us, and yeah, it just hasn't stopped. So it was really cool, and I'm super excited that we are actually welcoming back some people that were on this first year today.
Yeah, the fact that they actually were willing to come back,
right,
is pretty amazing. We've had some people that like we both been fans of for years and years and years. We've had some people that that I've never heard of until we got the opportunity to have them on the podcast, and just making friends with creative people and people that are going after their passions has been such an awesome thing. The whole, even the what's your bacon thing, like it kind of like it started off as like we didn't really have that as a direction. It was just kind of like, hey, we talk about stuff. We talk about interesting things. Let's try not and ask the same questions that other people ask them. Let's try and find out interesting things about them. And it turned into let's find out what thing they like to talk about more than other things. Yeah. And let's talk to them about that, and that's worked out really well for us because it's been interesting for us, you know, like we're not on here trying to make anybody sound a certain way or get dirt on anybody or even just to promote their thing. We're here to kind of like get to know them.
Right. And that's what's, especially in the world, like the world of wrestling, we have a lot of wrestling, personalities on here, and they all expect to get asked the dirt, the backstage stuff, the this, the that. And yeah, you know what? Like just leave it backstage. That doesn't matter.
It's not about relating to people anyway.
It's we want to know about the people,
about what you can get
that we get here.
It's about how you can connect.
Right.
One thing I love about your ability to connect is your disability to say things correctly.
I do that every once in a while, don't I?
So if you've watched the show, you know that that we both talk fast.
Yeah.
And we both talk a lot. And
sometimes I talk slow and still mess it up.
Well, it's just sometimes the letters decide to flip around. Anyway, you know what? Check this out. Here's some of Mike's best mispronunciations.
So
100%.
Kaylee.
What a dick.
See, that's what I said. I said it before and somebody corrected me.
Did she correct you?
No.
Then you weren't wrong.
It's okay. People do it all the time.
I've been to Minneapolis once, and we went.
Did you say Minneapolis?
He did.
Minneapolis.
Thank you for catching that, because I just wasn't going to say anything.
I said Minneapolis.
Yes, you did.
Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
Wait, you legit think that's what it is?
What?
Well, say it again.
Minneapolis.
Where did you get that other N from? Minneapolis.
Oh my God.
I'm screaming right now.
Is that a shirt?
It's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Cool.
I'm making it later.
Oh man.
Look for the Minneapolis shirt with Mike's face on it coming soon at baconismapodcast.com. I'll have that up in a week.
Yes. Wow. So yeah, I went to
You can't say it right now, can you?
No, I can't. I went there once. So Kylie, I'm gonna fan these out.
Yeah. You could stop that. You could stop doing that.
Okay. So
why do you suck so bad?
We got Tiade from the world over joining us now. How are you, sir? Sir, dude. Oh, see there. I always got to mess it up somewhere.
He's got to do it somewhere. Okay. Sir, dude.
Totally fine.
Something else that really helps is the fact that the internet age is at our fingertips, and we can just use thesaurus.com.
Yes. Thesaurus? Was that from the Cretaceous period?
A thesaurus.
the thesaurus.
Wow. Callie did some
Callie.
awesome.
I really thought you were doing it on purpose at that point.
I thought so too.
What a dick.
See, Callie, I can understand. Kylie, don't get it.
Kaylee. We should end this.
Yeah, we should
should
probably,
probably
end
end
this
this.
before the thesaurus gets us.
I hate you.
What's up, Jimmy G and Mike? It's Steph with an F from City of the Week. I'm just stopping by to congratulate you guys on Bacon is My Podcast's 1 year anniversary. It's super exciting. I'm really stoked to hear what you guys have in store coming up. And I had a great time chatting with you guys earlier this year. You guys taught me a valuable life lesson that cereal is indeed a soup. And just wanted to congratulate you guys on a great first year and many more to come. See you guys soon.
So how you feel about all that?
I mean, it happened. It happened, and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you know what's funny to me is that like I think it's funny that that's a thing that happens that you do.
Yeah.
You know, like we all have our things. But I also love how like our guests and everything, no one's insulted by it or anything like that because like you're just so genuine. You're just like it's like, hey, you know, my mouth just moved in a different way than I planned.
Like this didn't. Sometimes this doesn't work, and this,
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll probably get us into more trouble with the things that I say correctly than you ever will by the things that you say incorrectly.
yeah,
We're really trying to think about that.
yeah. That's a good point. That's a great point. So now we get to welcome back one of our guests from this past year.
One of our favorite guests,
Yes.
and one of our most referenced, one of our most thought of. Super fun time with her, and she was so cool. I'm still in disbelief that people would want to come on and sit with us once,
Yes,
let alone be like, "Oh, you're doing a year? Yeah, let me do something."
right. Exactly.
So
Without further ado, here is our first guest for this 1 year extravaganza.
Patti Negri. Well, Patti, welcome back.
Thank
for
you
coming back.
so much. Thank you. I'm excited. I want to wish you, I don't know if you're calling it a birthday or an anniversary, but I did want to celebrate. So I've got you a first birthday anniversary cake.
That is
It's
so
supposed
awesome.
to be really yummy. It's vanilla. I don't know how to get it to you, so I'll just eat it myself.
You'll have
But-
to eat it.
Push it
for
right
us.
at the camera.
Right.
It is your cake. Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Now, are you
those
calling this a
sprinkles.
birthday or an anniversary?
It's a birth anniversary.
Yeah.
A birth anniversary. Okay,
Yeah,
so
an anniversary.
here we go. Happy bacon birth I should have got a bacon cake. Oh,
It's
too
all right.
little,
That's
too
all
late.
right.
But
That's
happy
all right.
Birkin birth and bacon anniversary. Okay, I'm gonna make a wish for you guys. Make a wish. Everybody, make a wish right now. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Thank you
Blowing
so much.
out a birthday cake is the first magical ritual most people learn.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense because
yeah.
You make a wish, you put your life force pneuma into it, and everybody does it. You don't have to be a witch.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
this is very true.
That's awesome.
And okay, so is it true though? You can't tell people what you wish for.
You know, I don't like rules that say can or can't.
Hmm.
I don't anything like whatever the New Year's Eve, if you have a dream, don't tell anybody. I don't like can or can't. Maybe there's more magic and power in keeping it to yourself, but I think that's an individual thing. If some people are like, ooh, I've got like this great gig, but I'm not going to tell anybody, and you're holding on to the energy and because you want to keep it safe. And some people are like,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody, to build it. I think that's a really individual thing. So if that's true for you, then it is true for you. And if it's absolutely not true for you, it's absolutely not true.
I
That's
find it
my
interesting
logic.
because some people say never tell somebody what you wish for,
Right.
but then they also say you need to put your your dreams and everything's out.
Put
in
it
the
out
world
into the
and
world.
project it.
Exactly. That's
So-
what I'm saying. So learn who you are. Learn what makes you tick. And that's the right answer.
I agree. I like that.
See, I've always like, always worried about that. Like,
Yeah.
don't want to tell people my wish, 11:11. Don't tell people.
Don't breathe when you're going by a graveyard.
Yeah,
11,
well,
wish somebody something. And
I fail miserably at the don't breathe.
well, some of the. I mean, we're in New York. A lot of the graveyards are big.
The secret to all that stuff that people think is bad luck is really just powerful. And so we've turned it into bad luck, like the number 13, black cat crossing your path, breaking a mirror, walking under a ladder. All that is powerful. It can be good, it can be bad. It's what you make it. But we as a people, humanity, go anything that's powerful, we say it's bad and stay away from it.
I think, like, I remember, I mean, as a kid growing up, I've always been that kid that's like, oh, I shouldn't walk under this, and then I walk under it, and I was like, oh, I would break something on purpose,
Well, that's
just
because
to be
you were
like-
a bad kid.
I was like, nothing's gonna tell me I'm lucky or not lucky.
Right. And therefore it
Can't
didn't.
tell me. And it never did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I know of. I've had a pretty cool life, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty charmed. I'm on my own podcast with my buddy talking to Patti Negri right now, so things are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
With a cake. Yeah.
With a cake.
With a cake.
Been doing it for a year.
Yeah. I can't believe she got a cake.
I
didn't even
did.
get
I
it.
did. For
So
just for
cool.
you guys. I'm like, well, it's a party. We're celebrating. I need a cake. I guess it's a very small one, though. I didn't
That's
go.
all.
Because I don't
okay.
want to eat that much cake myself.
Yes.
It's a lot of sprinkles on the side.
A lot of sprinkles. Yeah. I had to go big. Yeah. Big.
It's impressive. Like, how did they roll it?
That looks
I
like
mean-
they had to roll.
It does look like they rolled it, doesn't it? I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I didn't make it. They won't let me in the kitchen. Even though I've been on MasterChef, I'm a good witch, but I'm really bad in the kitchen. But yeah, I think they rolled it.
See, I picture you in the kitchen the same way, like if you've seen, if you saw the Vision and Scarlet Witch show that was just on Disney Plus. WandaVision, when she was in the kitchen, like in the old Bewitched style thing, where she's just wrinkling her nose and plates and everything's are flying all over the place. That's how I like to picture you in the kitchen.
That is how I am. It's just the plates are usually just like dropping and the pot of oil. Sort of the same, sort of.
That works.
So you don't cook at all?
Not very much. My husband is a cook. He's a simple cook. He makes a few things. He's a good barbecue man. I make a mean salad. Can't burn it. Can't cook it.
Okay.
But it is weird. I was in school. I'm one of these weird juxtapositions. In school, way back when I went to school, they had classes in cooking. It was called home ec. They had rooms with kitchens and all that. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't know. I was literally kicked out of home ec. For something stupid in high school, like having a soap bubble fight or throwing somebody's tongue in some. But again, I was kicked out of home ec. So then there was this contest. Betty Crocker herself, the real Betty Crocker, had a scholarship contest to enter, and I just kind of always ace test. So I won Betty Crocker Future Homemaker of America for my school, and got this little thing, just to prove, because I got kicked out of home ec. So I did the same thing after. I actually tried out for the World's Worst Cook. I'm in LA. You try.
Oh, that show. Yeah.
Right.
I've worked and I made something horrible. I made tofu enchiladas or something really bad. And I didn't get on. I'm like, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. Oh, I get it. I'm trying to be bad. I'm not supposed to try to be bad. Damn it. I'm cooking for Gordon Ramsay. So I totally played the whole witch card. I totally auditions. I'm witched out. I made Eye of Newt pumpkin soup. I had the bubbling cauldron. And I kept going further and further and further. And I'm in the MasterChef kitchens going, they are going to figure out any minute I do not know how to boil water. But they didn't. But because, again, it was certainly the gimmick. And I talked about magical cooking, different herbs that do things, different foods that do things. Stirring clockwise adds thing, counterclockwise does this, putting emotions into food. So, next thing I know, I'm cooking for Gordon Ramsay. He's afraid of ghosts, by the way. He's afraid of ghosts.
Is he?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
he is. You see the little sweat, sweat dripping down the thing. Yeah, he is. Because MasterChef Kitchen looks really pretty, and it is really pretty, but it's actually at this old kind of warehousey kind of section. So there had been a lot of things before the kitchen, and there was a section that still are. So yeah, ghosts are everywhere.
That's awesome.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm like cool with it now. I used to be like a little bit of a naysayer, and then I was like, I'm not totally cool with it, but now I'm all in.
I love the idea that I can't define it, but I know that it's there.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like, I like not, I'm someone that researches things and tries to figure out things, and I always like to try and have an answer. And so I love when I can't find one. And I'm like, this is awesome. It's something that I don't know. It's something that I can experience, that I can just wonder about, and
And it brings back mystery and mysticism and the unknown.
Yeah.
Honestly, whatever it is, in our modern non-mystical Western society, from the time you're little kids, it's all left brain, it's logic. Oh, that's your magic, all this stuff. And we've taken out the wonder. I mean, we have it in fairy tales for little kids, but after that, you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
And whether you're getting into Bigfoot or paranormal or any of it, it's like, there's something we don't know. There's something beyond this. And it brings back magic.
Yeah. And I think you have to, I think belief is a part of magic. I think it would exist with or without belief, but I think the belief makes it stronger, and it makes it bigger, and it makes it more of a thing. I never watched the show where they gave away all the magician secrets. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I know. I want to know. I love that kind of magic. By the way, I turn into an 8-year-old kid every time. It's like,
I do too. Yeah.
Do that. I'm total, and I like now that kind of magic. They call them. They're proud the fact that it's an illusion. They use the term illusionist more than magician now. They like it. It is a trick. They use the word trick and illusion, not like we're cutting a girl in half. It's like it so looks like we are cutting a girl in half.
Yeah. I love that too, because it's like you're not going to spot how we do this because we're so good at it. Yeah. We've practiced this so much. You're not going to see where I put this or how I made this happen, and that's what makes it awesome. That's what makes you go away going, wow.
It's cool. Something.
Yeah, blew my mind. Like that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Something that I want to bring up. So we probably bring you up on our show almost every episode.
Yes.
Really?
And for sure, the 7 questions, definitely every 7 questions.
Yes.
Because most people are creeped out by the garden gnomes, and you had one of the best answers that we've gotten. One of the other answers might be a little controversial to you, but
I love controversy.
So Eric Bischoff, who was the president of WCW, World Championship Wrestling back in the day, he actually shoots his neighbor's garden gnomes from like across the street.
Yeah, he uses them for target practice.
He uses them
and
for
I was
target
like, I don't think Patty's going to like that. And I don't think the gnomes are going to like
not
that.
so much. And the garden gnomes aren't going to like it either. Even if he's shooting little cement and plastic garden gnomes, the real garden gnomes hiding behind the bushes aren't going to like it.
Yeah. But we bring you up. Everybody has their take on garden gnomes and stuff, and then we always bring you up and talk about your answer about how they could be a little rambunctious, but they're good keepers.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're one of our most referenced guests.
Oh, that's funny. I'm honored, awesome. I guess.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Awesome.
That is very cool.
Awesome.
I had a blast with you guys. You guys are fun. You're good hosts. May there be 100 more first years, or 100 more years, not first year.
Let them also feel like it feels like the first time every time.
Exactly. Like Groundhog Day.
Like Groundhog, except in a good way.
Yeah. But Patty, we really want to thank you for joining us again. And everybody, make sure you listen to The Witching Hour.
Yes.
The podcast every week.
Every week. Get my book, Old World Magic for the Modern World. My podcast is on all the usual places, The Witching Hour, Patti Negri, and my new home at myparanormal.net.
Awesome.
It's myparanormal.net. It's Ghost Adventures.
Cool.
People, and it's its own little hub. We've got a little bit. We're doing contests and things, so it's very cool. So yeah, check it out after you watch awesome. Bacon is my podcast, of course.
Before we go, I have one question for you. Only because I was listening to a podcast on my way here today, and they were talking to someone who works in Ohio as a paranormal, not investigator, but he goes around and goes to like some of the old buildings and haunted places. And he was talking about how he's really glad that over the past few years, the idea of people that are going on like quote ghost hunts and things like that are doing it in more of a docile, laid back way versus antagonistic.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he imagines that the antagonistic stuff could create a bad situation. And he said that also he thinks that sometimes he'll go to a place that's reportedly like the most haunted building in the town. And he's like, I guarantee that the ghosts, when people are coming in, they're like, we're going to go down the street until these idiots leave because we're not dancing monkeys for you that you can throw your change down at. Like, do you think like that's do you feel that that's kind of a thing? Because I've heard that like, ghosts are attached to the house or something like that. Or do you think they're just kind of like, oh, it's these idiots again. Let's bail.
No, let's leave. I've worried about one person I know who has a haunted house. Is like, is this ghost abuse? They are not little circus monkeys. Okay, everybody. It's like, yeah, should I turn you into the authorities? Yeah, and I agree 100%. If you are a ghost, whoever you are, if somebody walks into your house and goes, "Hey, you idiot," do you want to talk to them? What if you came in respectfully, say, "Hey, hi, we would like to talk to you. If you were willing to talk to us, we just want to get him." Wouldn't you choose to talk to that person? To heck with if it opens portals to demon. It's not that. It's just like if you really want them to communicate, why would you start out yelling them?
Well,
and they're also leave.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
In a lot of most cases, they were human too.
Yeah.
So humans want to be treated.
Yeah, treat them with respect. Like you would treat if you walked into someone else's house and they were still there.
Right.
You wouldn't start screaming at somebody's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah,
I'm sure ghosts
I agree 100%.
Here they are again. They want us to turn the lights on and off.
Right. I know. Sir. And most people don't anymore do that. It's great. Pros don't. Like Zach used to. Zach in the early days, 407 years ago when the show was first on, he would totally do that. Absolutely doesn't do that anymore. You learn as you go.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that last time. How that like I saw the show when it first started, and I've seen that kind of change. In it as well. And I remember us having that conversation, which is kind of what popped it into my head when I was listening to the podcast on the way here. I was like, oh, I gotta ask Patti that, see what she thinks.
I agree.
But awesome. I know that you have people that you're seeing tonight.
Yes, I do. I have a friend's anniversary party up the hill.
Yeah, so thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time out to spend it with us.
Really appreciate it.
You are truly one of our most treasured guests. It's so awesome. We talk about it all the time, and we talk about it with other guests, and we so fondly talk about and think about you, and just the fact that you came back on and got a cake and wanted to help us celebrate this. It means a lot. So awesome.
This is your cake. You are so happy birthday, bacon birthversary. Happy again, as many more as you guys want. You guys are great hosts. You guys deserve to celebrate. So I'm going to go eat some cake.
Go eat some cake. And let's definitely get together and do something soon.
We'll do it again. I would love it. We'll do it again.
And Jen's popping in to say hello.
Oh yes.
Oh, wait. Turn the volume on.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you. I brought you a cake. It's not even for them anymore. It's for you.
You're so cute.
You just bogarted our cake.
Yeah, I did. Totally. Girls like cake.
Fair enough.
We do.
So nice to meet you. Yay.
Thank you. I'm Jen.
I'm Patti. Hi, Jen.
Hi,
what a beautiful smile you have.
Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, I read your book for sure, and we've been implementing some of the things. Like
Works,
the the dragon with the kids and staging the house appropriately. And
Yep.
I mean, I've been doing that for a while, but then I wasn't coming back in with the positivity. So now I've been doing that, and I see a difference for sure.
Yeah, complete difference. It's what you create. So feed the good wolf.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you. And nice
Thank
to
you,
meet you. I'm glad you made it in. And have a great day. Have a great
Enjoy
your anniversary party.
Enjoy the
Bye,
anniversary
guys.
party.
Happy birthversary. Bye.
Commercial break.
You love your weekly dose of bacon as my podcast, but you need even more bacon. Well, just go over to baconismypodcast.com. You can engage even more with us over there. It's a pathway to our music, extra content, our social media pages. Most importantly, grab yourself some pretty sweet swag and put it all over your body parts. Again, that's baconismypodcast.com. Listen to some tunes, pick up some merch, and tell us, what's your bacon?
Hey guys, this is DJ from Revel 9 and the Hard Rock Lunchbox, not a sponsor. The Top 20, the gas station, various shopping cart locations, etc. If you told me a year ago that we were about to get a year's worth of bacon, I would have pictured mounds upon mounds of that star of the breakfast table and hamburgers and sandwiches. You know the one, meaty, fatty, salty, delicious. But instead, all we got was a year of Mike and Jim. But I guess that's okay too. Happy 1 year, boys. You're definitely my bacon. No phrasing.
She's awesome.
She's the greatest. She got us a cake.
Right?
She got us a cake.
Let's be honest. She got her a cake.
She got us a cake.
She did get us a cake.
Yeah.
She got us a cake.
I bet it tastes delicious.
I bet it did taste delicious.
How
nice do you have to be as a person to
go out of your way?
She didn't have to be on our podcast ever. She didn't have to keep in contact with us at all. And she certainly didn't have to come on for the 1 year. But not only did she do that, she was like excited about it and bought a cake.
Yeah.
She went and spent money.
Yeah, and she even lit a candle.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's amazing. So the cake probably tasted delicious, but
Mhm.
something that we do on the Patreon is we taste some things to entertain the people, the fans.
Some
the
of
fans,
them are
if you will.
delicious.
Some of them are delicious.
Many are not.
Some of them are not.
Many are not.
And I've become the king of no sell.
Yeah.
But this guy hates just about everything he tastes.
I have no poker face.
Yeah.
I have no poker face. And sometimes I really love the things that we taste. And
Yeah.
I think you can see that in my face too. But yeah, when I don't like something, it's pretty obvious that I don't like something.
Yeah. So this is some of the stuff that you're missing on patreon.com/bacon is my podcast. If you go over there, we have some fun tasting episodes that we do. And you get to see this guy react.
Is the hot gummy bear in this?
Yeah.
clip?
Oh yeah.
The jumping jacks?
Yeah. The calisthenics.
I had to do something.
Yeah.
I had to
It
move
was
my body.
amazing. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Jim hates the taste of everything.
I love my pain. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh boy. That is briny.
I got a pit.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I have a cut on the inside of my lip. That sucks. It's a lot of salt.
I can't. It's so weird. I put
Just do it. Just do it.
I put
Just
it in
do
my
it.
mouth, and my nose hits it, and I'm like, my brain goes, "Don't drink out of the corn can, you idiot." My brain's sending a message to my hand to like lower that. Do we have vodka? Well, okay. I'm gonna take my fourth sip.
Well, yeah, it's not here.
Ugh, God, I don't know anything
You
anymore.
can't tell.
I don't know anything anymore.
It gives me time.
It makes me not want to. Like my arm stops working. I get like right here, and I'm like, don't do it.
Corn
I'm getting
soda.
that click in the back of my throat.
Yeah.
that like. It's so hard to do.
My eyes are watering.
Okay, so oh my God, he's doing it. He's doing it.
I can't.
Shaking. Oh, he's shaking.
Oh no, it's the after. The after is so bad. It's so bad.
Jim, go like this.
Oh. My throat's closing up as I'm talking.
All right, let's do it.
Enchilada,
baby.
Oh, sticking on the roof back of my mouth. It smells like rust. No, take a big sip. It's bad. Oh, now it's getting worse. 5 minutes on the clock. It's not.
The powder?
I don't like breathing. It's not like. No, it's getting worse. I don't want to say it's not anything because now that I'm talking and air is passing through my mouth. No, keep talking. Why don't you keep talking? You should talk with me. How's your day?
You've got a great speaking voice.
How's your day going, bud?
Let's go for another bag.
What?
Let's do another bag.
Why? Worse, I think. This isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it sucks.
Right.
Fuck. I just every now. Oh, nope. Something just happened on my soft palate.
Can you explain to us what happened?
Something just happened on my soft palate. This is terrible right now already. Okay. I'm gonna chew it off. Oh,
buddy.
Nope. No.
What are you doing?
I'm just kind of hanging out. Just doing some calisthenics. No. Oh, I hate, the worst thing I hate is things you can't get away from.
Yeah.
And I can't get away from them. Nope, I don't like it. I'm not spitting to get rid of it. I'm spitting because my mouth is filling with fluid. Wow. A little nitro. From Bacon is My Podcast to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just audio, if they didn't see us give them the finger. I just said it though. So there's that.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, whatever. I hate you. Yeah, a lot of that sucked.
Yeah. I mean, it did. It did suck.
How do you even do that? How do you seriously, when you have a 9 million Scoville gummy bear in your mouth, how do you not react?
You know what? I think a lot of it has to do with like if it was me alone, I'd be crying. I think I would be crying.
But trying to be tough? What are you doing?
No, I think.
Or you just try? Are you being like, well, let him have this?
I think I'm too distracted because if you watch, I'm laughing my ass off.
Well, yeah,
I'm laughing my ass off at you. So I don't know. I mean, am I a tough guy? No. I can certainly hold my hot foods better than you.
I hold them fine. I just allow the experience to happen. Yeah. We're having the same experience.
We are.
Don't even try and be like, oh yeah, I'm cool with it. You ain't cool with it. We're having the same experience. You don't handle hot food better than me. It burns you just as much as it burns me. You just react less.
Yeah.
You hold it in. You're gonna have like a heart attack someday because you're gonna be like, and you're just gonna pop a blood vessel. Whereas I'm gonna allow all the feelings to come out.
Well, maybe it happens.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you do handle some hot stuff better than me.
Don't got to be hot about it.
You definitely do.
Calmer than you are. Calmer than you are.
What the fuck does this have to do with nothing?
Calmer than you are. That's all I'm saying.
Well played.
Well played.
Well played.
So we got another guest coming on, hanging out. Dude is in an airport.
Yeah.
His flight was
Calls us
delayed.
from an airport.
Called us from an airport.
If it wasn't delayed, would he have called us from the plane?
Maybe.
Like before takeoff, he would have been he would have been sitting in a seat,
Perhaps.
strapped into his airline seat.
Perhaps.
Ugh.
But without further ado,
lovable son of a bitch,
we got our buddy Beer City Bruiser back.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of we're going to slide some retribution in there.
Mm.
So booking committee at ROH, come on, get those guys some title shots. We need to get the bouncers.
Let's be
need
real
to get
here.
those 6-man tag titles. Shane Taylor, you ducked out on us.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pay
big time.
You're going to pay the price. So
down with the ship. Also, we chug a beer in this, and if you watch that last clip show of me, I handled chugging this beer just fine.
Yes.
And I don't chug things.
No, he doesn't.
So,
he doesn't. And he
so there.
Spoiler alert, he made it.
Yeah. I mean, you probably can see the discomfort on my face.
More than likely, as you can see from the cast.
Right.
All right. Well, here's Bruiser.
Enjoy.
We'll be right back.
All right, Jim Z. You think grilling season is over?
Almost, right?
No.
No.
Grilling season is never over because of a new sponsor of ours.
Ooh, what is it?
GrillYourAssOff.com.
I love the name already.
Yeah. It's a veteran-owned company that sells spices, barbecue sauces, cool swag, even cookbooks.
Oh, you know what? You sent me a link to that. I checked it out. That was awesome. They had some cool recipes right on their site. That was pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's for free. But now that they're a sponsor, they've decided that if you use the promo code BACON, you get 10% off your order.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm ready. I'm definitely ordering some spices. They had a couple that looked really killer.
Yeah, and it's really, there's so many different selections that there's really a spice for everybody. The guys that are like heat heads, and even the people that just want something subtle, delicious, sweet, whatever it is, they've got something for everybody.
Awesome. Did we order any? Did we have any coming?
We've got some coming.
Nice.
And we're going to do some tasting episodes over on the Patreon.
Awesome. So
with
stick
a little
around.
bit of grill your ass off stuff.
Stick around, everyone, because once we get those in, we're going to taste them, we're going to go through them, and then we're going to let you know what we think and maybe give you some choices that we would kind of go for.
So once again, head over to grillyourassoff.com, use that promo code BACON, and get 10% off.
Sweet.
Hey, Lo, it's me, your pal Josh, aka Tourbeard from the band Silverstein. Just wanted to wish my pals at Bacon Is My Podcast a very happy first anniversary of the podcast. I had a great time being a guest and hope to do it again sometime. Congratulations.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
We are here with our buddy, Beer City Bruiser, and he's sitting at an airport?
Yes.
I'm at an airport currently. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Where are you headed, and where are you?
I'm actually heading home. My wife and I came out to Arizona. Our daughter just started at Arizona State, so
nice.
We had to ship her some stuff, and we looked at it. It was cheaper to fly for one day than it was to ship something right now. So.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, and then my parents are out here too, so saw my kid, and then saw my parents, and now I'm in an airport with the plane being delayed, drinking beer with my wife.
Nice.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
A lot has happened since you've come on, and we're just gonna go right into it. There's some heat, and we need you to fight a battle for us.
And
I think fighting. So we were supposed to have Shane Taylor on the show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dude backed out on us.
Yeah.
So you and your boys
totally big time to
need to. Now, luckily, we got Rhett Titus made the hot tag. He got in, but we need you guys to show STP how we roll and get some gold for us.
Man, we've been trying to get STP. We've been doing it online. We've been doing it at shows. We even went into like the three of us actually went into like the booking office and we're like, give it to us. Everybody wants us to fight them. Let us fight them. And Shane's all about it. The boys are all about it. We just can't get it booked. So we're trying to get it booked on like independent circuits, seeing if anybody will bring us in so we can beat people up.
Dude, they're ducking you.
Yeah,
man.
they're ducking you.
you.
Don't let Shane and his, it's BS. The guy's ducking you just like he ducked us.
Yeah.
And
Brian and I have already beat up SOS. I've already beat up Shane Taylor.
Yeah. So yeah, we're Team Bruisers all the way.
100%.
And you need a little bit of gold, man.
We do.
Brian needs to get a pure title. You need to get a world title. Yep. I mean, let's get this going.
Let's get it all.
Come on,
take it all.
Right now, Brian in the pure division, he's the best professional, pound for pound, the best pure professional wrestler on the planet.
Right.
He's moving up in the divisions, but nobody above him wants to wrestle him. They keep ducking out. He has contracts gone up. They won't sign it.
Right, man. That's the perils of being the best.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It's ridiculous.
And then I was illegally eliminated from the Honor Rumble.
Right. That was ridiculous.
Also ridiculous.
And now they're yelling at me because I keep insulting Ian Riccaboni. I actually get a written verbal warning. So,
well, you know what? Not for nothing. He deserves it.
Yeah, he's a
you got to watch out for those written warnings.
Whatever. And Caprice Coleman too.
Oh yeah. What was his deal?
I don't know.
Huh?
It upsets me. Now, another thing that upset me is a few pay-per-views back, you guys opened up against Danhausen and PCO.
Yep.
And they counted it as a loss on your side, but PCO is not human. Okay.
Yep.
Therefore, he's a foreign object.
Right.
Therefore, disqualification.
I agree with that, but here's how I look at it. We might have lost that, but when you look at the tag team rankings, who's ranked and who's not? See, the Bouncers are ranked. PCO and Danhausen, they're in space, paint each other's faces or something.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
That is what matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We gave them a fight. We heard them both, and we're the ones that got in the rankings. They didn't.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I like that.
So, what are you listening to on your flights? What's your in-flight listening playlist?
Lately it's been I usually do the shuffle, but I've been doing a lot. I've been on a Tool kick, man. Like, I know last time we talked, Tool was but them announcing their tour starting again, I've really been on a big kick of just listening to them. And Fear Inoculum obviously is great, but just listen to all the stuff they got. And then actually my daughter turned me on to 21 Pilots.
Okay.
So,
I dig 21 Pilots.
I figured I'd give them a try. And then of course Britney Spears. I mean, she's got to be on.
Free Britney.
Yeah, free Britney.
Right. She's crazy on social media.
Yeah.
She's absolutely nuts, and it's great.
Yeah. I think she's just drunk 24/7.
I
There's
would
nothing
be
wrong with that.
I would be if I was
you
Britney
could.
Spears.
I would be.
Right?
Why not? Who's going to stop her?
Exactly.
Just keep it going.
Especially not now.
Right. No, who's stopping anybody? Absolutely. So, in honor of our 1 year, we figured who is better to chug a beer with than our buddy Beer City Bruiser.
Let's do it. Happy 1 year, guys. This is awesome.
So yeah,
Thank you very much.
We got Yinglings.
Yep, we got our Yinglings.
We would have sent some over to you, but
Well, I asked if every state I go into, I ask if they have it, and this is the furthest west I've been that I've asked.
Right.
And the guy goes, "You want a baby goose?" I'm like, no, never mind.
Oh, what?
I guess a Yingling's a baby goose. I don't know.
Wow, I never knew that.
I didn't know that either.
There's a majestic eagle on the can. I figured it was something to do with that.
Well, you know.
So I said, "Yeah, give me a baby goose. Let's see how it tastes."
See what's up. Yeah.
So little peek behind the curtain. Jim's not very good at chugging anything.
Terrible.
And it's great.
Terrible.
It's great. We actually we chugged some.
We chugged last time and he failed epically, didn't we?
Yes.
Absolutely.
There was another time we did the Stone Cold beer. We actually got a couple of cans and it didn't work out for him too well.
Yeah.
But then it didn't work out for me too well because he spit it all over me. So
right.
That's why you stand to the side of them, not in front.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't spit it anywhere in here because everything could break. So, so I just got to do my best.
Yeah. All right. So brand new can, Bruiser.
Yes.
Thanks for being a part of the history.
Yeah.
And congratulations on 1 year, guys. I've been listening and it's awesome, and keep it up. Like,
thanks,
I tell all the guys in the locker room to do your podcast. It's one of the best out there. So
Thank you so
year.
much,
Thank you, man.
That's awesome.
Much appreciated.
Cheers to you, bud.
Cheers to you. Please don't spit me. Spit at me.
You still going?
Yeah, he's.
I'm slow.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't get all over everybody.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. It's empty too.
Yeah.
I can confirm it's empty.
Yes. 2 of these.
Awesome. So, Bruiser, thank you again for hanging out with us real quick on your delayed flight wait. Please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can watch you, all that good stuff.
I'm at BCB Winchester on Twitter, Beer City Bruiser on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm on Twitter more than other ones. TikTok, Beer City Bruiser. I have a Cameo, Beer City Bruiser. ProWrestlingTees.com/Beer City Bruiser. I got a bunch of shirts up there. And then Ring of Honor Wrestling. Just check out their website for time and date that it airs. And just watch the next couple weeks. I promise you Caprice is not getting away without paying for it. You know?
Nice. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Love it.
Yeah, Mondays on Fight TV. You can catch. It's better Monday viewing than what you're used to. I actually like it better. It's on way earlier, and it's not 3 hours plus. So definitely check it out. And they live tweet.
Yeah, we live tweet with it. So I try to get on there as much as I can just to interact with the fans. I think it's the coolest thing, and I think it's cool for fans to be able to talk to us. You know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So definitely follow on the tweeter.
Again, it's way cooler than like these untouchable people, and it doesn't take up all your time. Yeah. It's a chore to watch Monday Night Raw.
Well, if you're a true wrestling psycho, watch them all.
Yeah. Try and watch
really
them all.
Just throw yourself into it, but
do it all.
So, all right, Bruiser, thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for not
Dude,
being
have a safe flight.
flight.
Thank you so much for popping in, man. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate your time. And come on again.
Yeah, whenever you're free.
I want to.
Awesome. You let us know.
Malonis and Dixon want in too. They already said it. So
okay,
nice.
You let us know when you're ready. We'll have you on.
We'll make room. Yeah,
sounds good, guys.
All right.
Take it easy, brother. Safe flight.
Happy 1 year.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Peace.
I can't wait to have him back on.
Right.
And the other two, Ken and Brian. That could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
And we need to get them gold.
Seriously.
Come on, booking committee. Let's make this happen.
You know what? I'm going to put it out there right now. I say they let us be honorary cornermen for them at some point.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Jim invites himself places. That never happens.
Sometimes they happen. Not often.
No.
Sometimes.
So far, you've struck out here.
Well,
But hey, it's only year one.
You got to put it out in the universe.
Right.
If you don't put it out there.
It is only year one.
Yeah.
So maybe year two, you can invite us on.
The more we move up that ladder, right now we'll be inconsequential.
Yeah.
They think.
Yeah. Well.
But I'll trip a dude.
Yeah. Well, that's inspirational.
I'll trip a dude. Yeah. I'm inspired by it. We've had a few inspirational guests.
Yeah, we've had some really cool people. Really, I don't know, man. We lucked out with our guests, and more times than not, I feel really good after talking to some of these people.
Yeah,
that have done a hell of a lot.
Well, and it definitely, I think it goes all the way back to one of our very first guests, the awesome Mark Miro.
Yeah.
Having him on, I think that process of us getting inspired by somebody and feeling good after it helped kind of dictate how we wanted to take the show.
Yeah.
Because we kind of wanted to do that and feel that again.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And that again turned into that, just the what's your bacon? What is it that makes your life better? What is it that makes your day better? What's that thing? What's that side order of experience that you can have on a day-to-day basis that makes everything else kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And he was one of the first.
He was one of the first. And Jen, my wife, Jen, of course, I reference her all the time in the show. She's not a wrestling fan.
Right.
But she's taken a lot of stuff away from a lot of the wrestling episodes.
Yeah.
And again, that comes back to the talking to people and getting to know who they are and not worrying about like the drama backstage that exists in the wrestling world or whatever it is. I think there's probably much less than everybody thinks there is.
Yeah. It's not as clickbaity.
Right.
You know, but if you talk to them and you talk about real stuff, I think you get stuff that sticks with you longer. Drama lasts for as long as it's the current drama.
Right.
There's always going to be new drama to take over. And then whatever you thought was so important is gone. But like inspiration and getting to know someone's passion and getting to know about what brought them to where they are, that stuff lasts because that stuff sticks with you.
Yeah.
You know, long after that, like the he said, she said bullshit's gone. That kind of sticks with you. And that's one thing, not only have I heard from Jen, but also from our like members of the BIMP squad.
Yeah.
BIMP squad is our Patreon group that we have, one of the tiers. And if you want to check out what's going on over there, please go check it out. But we talk to them and we interact with them every month, all the time. We're always kind of doing stuff and speaking to them. And I've heard from them as well. Like, you know, some of the inspirational stuff and some of the wrestlers have been some of their best friends from people that aren't wrestling fans. And that's kind of the idea. You don't have to be a wrestling fan to be inspired by somebody's
story.
Yeah. Just because their story led them to wrestling or led them to music or led them to acting or led them to a life in like paranormal studies and things like that. Whatever it led them to, the drive, the passion, the dedication, all that stuff's the same. And that's the stuff that's inspiring, you know?
Exactly. So here, check out some inspiring moments.
But that's what endeared him to like, and he became the most popular guy with our generation, with young people.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he was so irreverent and so like, he had no pretentiousness. There's something, I think the thing that struck a chord with me was the fact that when I finished up with TNA, like I had this, one of the biggest obstacles I had in my career was that I always felt like TNA, even when they went with me as world champion, it was like, there was always this, I always felt like there was this sort of hesitancy, this sort of reluctance to really kind of
get behind you,
because they were always worried that I was going to end up at WWE.
Right.
It was this sort of because everyone had already sort of written my destiny for me and decided like he's going to WWE, he's exactly the kind of guy they want, he's got WWE written all over him and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like no one ever asked me, and I think because of that, it sort of ended up creating this weird kind of energy between WWE and me as well, where it was sort of like, and then, you know, that didn't happen. And it kind of, and at the time, you know, there was a part of me that went, well, okay, it's kind of like, it's like an old territory saying is something to the effect of, you know, once you get to the main event, you're either going over or you're going out.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're not winning, then you're moving on.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was kind of how I felt. Is like, is this what happened with my career? Like, I topped out at TNA and I did everything I could do there, worked every position on the card, wrestled every name guy there, you know, won the world title, main evented shows, the whole thing. Left there, no WWE. Okay, is that it then? You know, like,
right.
And then it was sort of like, Conan's approach kind of inspired me to go, no, there's like, it's up to me. I'll write my own destiny. You know, like there's a lot of different ways to do this. And I think, you know, Cody in a lot of ways is similar, obviously very different circumstances, but like similar sort of situation where, and again, I think that's one of the things that sort of gravitated us to one another. Maybe if you're going to base your entire value on wanting to go work for somebody else and basically saying, well, my entire sense of achievement and happiness is going to be based on someone else's decision, that's a rough way to live.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a recipe for heartbreak.
Well, it's pass fail, you know?
Right.
Well, but it's not even up to you.
Right. Yeah. You're letting someone else decide how successful you'll be.
Right. Ultimately, the people, you know, you and again, I guess, you know, in a lot of ways, I'm proof of this to a point, at least in my own little way.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get people to believe in what you're doing, you're your own brand.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the sort of inspiration I took from Conan, and I think it was just that sort of realization of like, there are no rules here. You know, you make this shit up as you go along.
Yeah.
If you believe it, they believe it.
That's huge advice for people. You know,
I love that.
A big wake up for people too.
And Kristen, first off, like we you know, you do a little bit of research, and you are an ICU nurse, and you must have had a hell of a year, and we want to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You are amazing. I couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
No, I don't have the stomach.
You are a badass. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for thanking me.
Absolutely. Like that had to be the shittiest year of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It's still not great, but it's getting better.
Yeah. Right. Well, and we don't have to talk about it or anything like that. We just definitely wanted to kind of like point it out.
I'm an open book.
To give you some shine there and just say thank you and let everybody know that, like, hey, you think the band's cool? Guess what? She's a frontline warrior.
Yeah.
Killing it. So
working in COVID units.
We're going to sign off. If you have one final message for all the listeners, please go ahead. The floor is yours, and then we'll be out.
Oh, guys, you know, I often leave a podcast with just saying that, you know, the best chapters of your life are about to be written, but you have to realize that you are the author. And every day you could write a new page, and those new pages, they become your new chapters. And just because many of you out there have had some bad chapters, just like me, it doesn't mean it's the end of the story. The rest of your life will be the best of your life. Never, ever give up.
Don't go away. We'll be back right after these messages.
All right, so you know we just played the fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw our new sponsor next to us at the fair.
Right.
Any of you that have ever been to festivals, you know one of the coolest spots to go to is that spot that's selling you sodas with the copper mugs.
Oh, they're the best.
Wild Bill's, dude.
Yes. And you don't just have to go to a fair to get their stuff anymore. You can go to drinkwildbills.com and they'll send it right to your house.
They sent that ginormous box to us.
Huge box of stuff, and it made me realize that Wild Bill's isn't just soda.
Yeah, I thought it was at first, but man, the like jerky and
nuts and coffee.
Oh man, snack foods, coffee, everything.
And if you go there now, drinkwildbills.com, use the promo code BACON, of course, and you get 10% off.
Oh, dude, check it out. Stick with us because we're going to be letting you know how that coffee tastes. We're going to be doing some tasting episodes on literally everything in the box.
Yes.
So stick with us. But, dude, you've had it. You've been at fairs. I've bought it. I bought that mug. It's awesome. I love it.
And now, again, we're heading into the winter months. It's going to get a little colder. No more fairs. Just have it delivered right to your door.
Drinkwildbills.com.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say. Once. Check it out. Promo code BACON.
What's up? This is Christina Chris from Kaleido, and I just want to wish a great big congratulations and happy 1-year anniversary to Bacon is My Podcast. Keep rocking, dudes.
Nice.
Yes.
Very inspiring. Very inspiring.
You know who else is inspiring?
Who's that?
To us. The people that kept us here for a year.
100%.
So we talked about the 7 questions, and that's kind of what set us apart from other podcasts. But the thing that really sets us apart is our BIMP squad.
Yeah. You guys support the show. You guys help keep the show going. Just as much of a sponsor as any sponsor that's come on, and honestly, just as much a member of the podcast as we are. Like, you guys are super important with it.
We like to keep you guys engaged. We like to get you involved, and that's one of the ways if you join our Patreon. Now, one other thing that you can do over at our Patreon starting this week is vote for the very first annual BIMP Awards.
I'm excited for this.
So what we're going to do is, with some of our guests from years past, we're going to have our very first award.
Past?
Yeah, the first year. And it's going to probably trickle in because we started what? In 2020.
Yeah.
So some of those guests may have been on the tail end of 2020.
Right.
And
so we're counting.
So we're going to count it all as our year. We're going to do it at the end of December. So stay tuned for that. It is going to be on strangerhoodtv.com exclusively.
Yes.
Because we want you to see all this stuff.
So like and subscribe.
Exactly.
And hit the bell so you know when it happens.
Right. And we're going to have people vying for the coveted Golden Gnome.
Yes.
And we're going to have a bunch of different possibly musical guests we're working on. We're going to do some costume changes, I think.
Yeah.
Because all good hosts do.
Because why not?
And what else? So what are some of the categories that they're going to vote on?
Well, you guys are going to get to vote on your favorite guest. You're going to get to vote on the most referenced guest. Like, if there's somebody that you see us bring up a lot that maybe we don't realize, we're going to be adding on the votes too. But if there's somebody that you think of a lot, you're going to be on there. Your favorite 7 questions.
Yeah.
What was your favorite 7 questions? What's your favorite guest that has been on? I already did both things.
Yeah. So those are the 2 things that you're gonna.
Those are the 2
things you're gonna vote on. There are some other ones out there as well. We're gonna do our very first BIMP Awards end of December.
Yeah.
So check that out when it happens. And if you go to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast, even if you are not a Patreon, you can still vote.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the poll is open to the public, but just head on over there and let us know.
When you do check it out, if you would be so kind to check out the Patreon, what you'll see is that we do a lot of extra episodes. We do extra shows on there. We do the tastings, like you said, and we do some cooking shows.
Yeah.
There's ad-free episodes. There's longer episodes,
early
episodes, all that kind of stuff. And we also once a month we do a live stream. We've done like a acoustic show. We've done a watch along. We did the Big Lebowski, stuff like that. So we're trying all the time to do things to just kind of keep people engaged, to have some fun, just to show you guys that we do appreciate you very, very, very much.
We like to hang out with you.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's what we're doing.
There's a bunch of tiers, and none of them are really expensive. We don't really do that. I mean, there's the one that nobody does.
And
that's why it's
but
fair,
I mean,
no one's going to do it.
Just in case.
No one's going to do it.
I mean,
prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
What's up, Bacon is My Podcast. This is Damien.
This is Mike
from Felicity.
We
just wanted to congratulate you guys on the 1-year anniversary of Bacon is My Podcast.
Yes.
And hopefully we win the
BIMP Awards. Yeah, we would love to be a part of that.
I think we're in contention for that, so we're excited.
We'll give anyone a run for their money.
Absolutely. Love you guys, and keep it going. See ya.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's the voice again. It's that
radio.
Hey, the radio voice.
Hey,
here we
are. This is Casey. we're back, and we've got our buddy AJ from Werewolves back, celebrating the first year. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. I'm stoked to be here. I'm so glad you guys had me back.
No, of course,
We've just been waiting for an excuse to have you back. And,
yeah,
I'm glad that we did this so fast.
What can we get him for?
Well, so now, because when this comes out, not only do you have your new video out, but finally the new record is out too.
Oh my God. It is like, it's one of those things like I can't even enjoy it because I'm already like I gotta make more stuff now.
Oh, right. Isn't it always like that?
It's always the grind. It's like, and so like, this is weird. So are you going to do like a tour cycle or anything like that? Or
well, that's the whole thing is like, now we got to start talking to booking agents because like we have to do that. You got to go out and promote the record. But at the same time, I want to go make another one. Like, right now, like right away. Cause I'm like, this album was made over the course of like 2 years. So I'm like emotionally done with it. And I'm ready to, I'm ready to make another one.
Now, do you, I had this conversation with somebody else recently, and it was a person in a band that loves to listen to their band's music, and it was a drummer. And I was like, man, I can't listen to anything that I've done. Do you listen to your stuff? Like, can you do that?
I love our band. I love our music.
Dude, I think
actually, the funny thing is I forced myself not to listen to it for like a month.
Okay.
And I literally just, on my way here, I jammed the album in its entirety, like on my way home. And I was just like, yeah, it's still good. It's still good.
Nice. I do that with stuff like when we're releasing it, but I can't, for some reason, I don't listen to our first record or our second record like ever. And I don't know why. I just like can't. All I do is tear it apart if I hear it. I'm one of those.
And for me, I'm like a part of most of the process. So I'm sitting here mixing it and stuff like that. And I've just had enough of it. By the time it's out, it's like, good. I never want to hear it again. I'm done.
Yeah, I know that feeling. But for me, I find it very cathartic to constantly listen to everything that I fuck up. Or that I think could be better because I hate myself deep down inside. And because I hate myself so much, I like to listen to the things that make me go like, I gotta work on that more.
Okay. I can get that too. I can hear that too. It's kind of awesome. Yeah. I wish I could listen to my stuff. I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, then, like, I don't know. I'm a fan of our stuff. Like I pretty much our music is just a hodgepodge of things that I listen to like on the regular. So I just put it all into one thing. Just so happens to be I'm in that project. So I just have to, once I look past me and I just listen to the music, I'm like, this is pretty good.
I think that is the big thing is looking past me. That's I think that's my hardest thing because it's like, you pick yourself apart and stuff like that. I guess I would be a fan of my music if it was out.
Well, just learn to tune yourself out, or just be like, fuck it, it's there, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
that's very true.
This would be awesome if it wasn't for that part.
Yeah. Or try to focus on the things you did good, like all the singing. I'm like, I did all right. But the screaming, I'm like, I did pretty all right.
Nice.
That helps.
Yes. I find that it's easier for me to scream now than it is to sing in studio. It just, the feeling is there right away. And singing, it's like, especially because I'm doing my own recording. I think it's harder to get in your head when you're recording it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Meanwhile, we have friends that swear by it. They're like, I will not track vocals with anybody else in the room. I need to be alone and just be in wherever it is that I'm at that point. And I was like, I think I need a little direction. Mm-hmm. I need to hear people tell me like, hey, turn the suck knob down just a little bit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like direction too. I like someone going, why don't you take that again?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all that criticism and everything that's coming from a third party is literally all for the better of the thing you're going to be listening to or hating forever.
Yeah, if you find that person, whether it's a producer or whether it's like your engineer or just like a bandmate or someone that's in the room that like has the capacity to be like, I don't buy it, you can do it better, and then that's like invaluable to have.
Well, that's why I attribute a lot of like where we are from the EP to where we are now a lot to our producer Brian, because without Brian being like, come on, then I'm like, all right, I'll try again. Right. There wouldn't be the insane amount of prep and work that I put into like trying to suck less every time.
Yeah, I need someone to tell me to stop making new harmonies.
Okay.
Because I'll be like, it'll be a rock song and there'll be like a 9-part vocal weird harmonic.
Yeah, that's his thing.
See, I'm waiting for the point where he goes, hey, you can do your own harmonies. And I go, I can.
Right.
We haven't gotten there. We've gotten a, all right, man, you're doing a lot better. Okay, can I try harmonies? Yeah, not yet. You're like, okay. But you can scream over this part in the background. That'll be cool. All right, we'll do that.
See, I'm waiting for the point where I can scream something because I'm always like, they're like, all right, so you want to call Mike? Have him come in for this? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's who, yeah. That's who Mike is.
And then I go, I don't feel like driving 45 minutes to go scream something. Can you just send the track and I can, I don't want to leave my hole.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't blame you. Especially everything nowadays can be recorded over like Dropbox.
It's amazing.
Exactly.
It's amazing. We did that with one of his last singles. It was last year. Came out.
Yeah.
You know, it's hilarious. Okay, so my producer, his bass player is also a producer, right? And we do stuff with Paul sometimes. And so, like, for example, when we have backtracks that need to be made, it's not Brian sending Paul the stems to build out the backtracks. It's me going to Brian uploading them to Dropbox, sending them to me, and then me sending them to Paul. And that
sounds about right.
That's how it gets done. See, and right now we have backtracks being made for a song that we're planning on playing at the CD release. We only have 2 practices to work them out. They're writing right now for Fame on Fire. So both of them are in the room together where it could be easy enough to be like, hey, put this together. But instead, I had to go to him, get them, give them over to him. And then I was like, can you do this? And he's like, maybe tonight. And I'm like, oh, okay, fuck me.
I'm going to go over here and fuck myself. And you let me know when you got time.
Yeah. But that being said, I'm very thankful. So if they are by any chance watching this, like,
right.
Thank you. I couldn't do this without you.
Well, by the time they're watching this, those are done and they're awesome. And,
they're out. All right, whatever.
That's great.
And your release show has happened and it was fucking great.
It was a wild success.
I hope so.
Wild. It was awesome.
I'm more nervous about the next day because we're playing Spooky Empire like the next day.
Right. Oh, yeah? Right. That's pretty sick. That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be terrifying. Intentionally, but also unintentionally.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of both. So do you have anything set up? Well, by the time this happens, you'll, whatever. And we're not going to be able to make it down there. But so do you have any like crazy stage stuff going on? Like,
yeah. First of all, we're all going to be covered in body paint and corpse paint, kind of like that. Basically, we were trying to think of like a group costume, and I was like, why are we putting this much work into it? Why don't we just dress? Why don't all of us look like I did for the Liquid Death ad?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can't beat that. Like,
right.
Cutoffs, body paint everywhere, corpse paint.
Right.
And then I'll get a whole bunch of fake blood. We can all fill our mouths full of fake blood and just like in the first song, just start vomiting it on people.
That's awesome.
And they're all about it.
They're all about it. In fact, I'm going to get like a little brush so that I can like sprinkle blood all over them.
Nice.
So I'm nice and clean, but they're very dirty.
Love
it. It looks sick.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I like that. Cool. All right. Do you want to go into one of these?
Yeah,
with him?
Yeah, sure. So you did the pod decks with us last time.
Yeah.
They actually have some new decks that we would like to
let's do them.
Introduce you to. We have the WTF or the what the fuck deck, and then we also have, which actually is a sweet like old school MTV logo.
Okay.
I like. And then we have the how dare you deck, which looks like old school popcorn box, which I also
I'm into
really
it.
like.
Yeah.
So which one would you like?
Let's go with the popcorn box.
Popcorn box it is.
Don't forget. Are you going to try and shuffle?
Nope. I'm handing this to you.
I wanted to try
and when I hand this to you, I'm going to say, remember, everyone, to go to poddex.com. And if you're there, you can put in the promo code BACON. Get 10% off your entire order. They got all kinds of cool stuff, and they're a cool company. And you should definitely check them out. And if you are a fan of the show, you absolutely know what they are. And if you're not a fan of the show, it's all about questions, answers.
All right.
Tension breakers.
He's going to scroll the fingy. You tell us when to stop.
You tell us when to stop.
Go. Stop.
No, I like it. I like it.
I went with go. My gut told me to go with go.
Have you ever stolen something from a store?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a silly question. Well, I'm not assuming you're a thief.
Do we need to list off the things, or are we good with just? Yeah.
Let's list them off, man.
Yeah, let's list them off. Yeah, that was a quick answer.
Stolen action figures. I've definitely stolen comic books. I've definitely stolen candy. I've definitely stolen CDs. Oh, DVDs. I actually I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but back when I lived in Tallahassee for a year, me and my buddy Kevin, we used to have this thing where we would go into like Walmarts and Targets and see how many DVDs we could steal in one session.
Nice.
Like the value bin, or are we talking like the wrapped up, sealed plastic thing?
Wrapped up, sealed plastic. We were so good at it. At one point, we had, I want to say, like over 100 DVDs.
Wow.
All stolen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Also,
any doubles?
There was a video store back in the day. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I want to say it was like, shit, I can't even think of the name. But they had really easy cases to steal from.
I think like Blockbuster
They were
kind of
pretty
did
easy
for a little while.
Hollywood Video was one that was.
That was
me.
it.
That's
Hollywood
it.
Video.
Hollywood Video was the one that had easy cases to steal from.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I took
that's
a lot.
why-
I took a lot from Hollywood Video.
And that's why they're out of business.
That's why
That's
they're out of
exactly
business.
why. For people like us who used to figure out how to steal DVDs from them.
Yeah, I had a lot of
God
stuff.
bless cargo shorts. Not just a dad. Not just a dad short. It's also
Yeah, you see someone under 20 in cargo shorts, they're stealing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
It's a thief short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I still wear them sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're stealing our hearts.
Yes. Yeah, that's
You have definitely stolen mine.
See? See?
so.
Inside that cargo short, right here.
Is that heart?
Turn around every now and then.
AJ, you got to tell everybody where to find your stuff, your record, all those good things.
Well, if Blood Blast Distribution has done their job properly, you should be able to find it everywhere around the world. And if not, you can go to our Instagram page at werewolves_FL. I've learned not to say Florida. Werewolves_FL. And then click the link in our bio, and it will take you to everything you need that is werewolves.
Nice.
And go watch the video again because
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Sell your soul. Oh yeah.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Dude,
I'm so awesome.
So one of the things, since we're talking about it now, and I guess I can announce this, one of the things that I'm prepping next, and I'm very excited about, was since we're going to Spooky Empire, there's a lot of like makeup artists and special effects people who are going to be there. So obviously I'm going to buddy up to all of them because I want our next video to be for the heaviest single on the record, which is Wrath. And for that, I wanted to do an all-out, gory, balls to the wall, fucking grindhouse style, like zombie, like tear apart kind of thing. Like we're going to go all in, us in full prosthetics as zombies, just going around ripping out fucking throats and eating arms and playing people's body parts as instruments. It's gonna be
Dusk Till Dawn.
I'm in.
Yeah, somewhere between from Dusk Till Dawn meets Dawn of the Dead meets fucking 28 Days Later. I don't know. I want to go like all out, and I want us to look like fucking Walking Dead.
That's fantastic.
Well, you heard it here first. A BIMP exclusive.
BIMP exclusive.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that.
We'll
I'm excited to see that.
Awesome.
I want to
Cool,
do
man.
that too. I just want to be a zombie for a day.
Dude, it's fun.
You
Just
should
be a zombie for a day.
I haven't. Well, we were zombies for Halloween once. We were my band Craving Strange was Craving Brains.
Right. Yes, I remember that.
For one show, and I limited my vocabulary other than singing the songs to the word brains. So I had to figure out how to communicate to crowds just by saying brains in a microphone.
You just honestly, you just take the melodies, and it's just brains.
Yeah.
Brains, 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 brains.
Yeah, it made people angry, which was perfect.
The intended effect.
It was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Great.
If you ain't pissing them off,
nah,
you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right. No,
not doing it right at all.
Fucking
dude, thank you for joining us for our 1 year celebration.
Anniversary.
I am so glad to be a part of this 1 year celebration, and I look forward to being there for year 2.
Absolutely, dude. You absolutely are one of our fondest hangouts that we've had on the show.
Yes.
And we reference it all the time, and we've even had comments on the video that were just like, "This is so nice."
Well,
hopefully,
we'll have to get part 2 on the books soon.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah,
I'd say we should start off the new year with part 2.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
We'll have your people call our people, and we'll do that again.
Yeah, or like slide up in each other's DMs, whatever.
Love it.
Sounds good.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And before we get into this week, if one episode just isn't enough for you and you need a little bit more Bacon is My Podcast, head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast. Over there, you will get access to monthly live streams, discounts on merch, early and commercial-free access to Bacon is My Podcast episodes. Some of them are even extended surprise giveaways, additional shows, including Tasting is My Passion, and, of course, Cooking with Bacon is My Passion. And oh yeah, you get a crap ton of music. That's right, all of Jimmy and Mike's bands, previous, current, whatever it is, you'll get access to that music, demos, and much, much more. Just head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast and learn what the hoopla is all about. Yeah. I think we need to bring another guest on.
Yeah, I also think we need to bring another guest on. How about our very first guest?
Our very first,
studio.
Not only just first guest,
but
very first in studio as well. So it's a double whammy.
Was she our first overall guest as well? Was she?
Yes,
okay,
she was.
Cool. So she opened the door for us to be a show where we have a third person.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Annie Stone.
Hello, Annie and Bruce Wayne.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, we're good.
We're good. We're drinking and hanging out on our 1 year anniversary episode.
Awesome. Congratulations on your 1 year bacon.
Thank you.
Baconversary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here in the Bacon verse.
Bruce is here and he is not
all right.
He's not impressed.
Are you not impressed? Are you impressed?
It's not that he's not impressed, it's that he's sitting in a very unnatural position. So
Yeah.
it looks like
That looks natural.
It looks like he's drunk and he's acting like he's hammered.
If you don't if you don't know what we're talking about, please go over to strangerhoodtv.com.
He's limbs akimbo right now.
Yeah, he's just kind of like he's on stilts.
Yeah,
he's just kind of whoa.
I think it's funny because he's only he's like a 28-pound dog and his head is like twice the size of your head.
Yeah.
that's kind of
I know
amazing.
your head's really heavy, Bruce. I know. It's hard to keep it up.
So would you say his head is about 18 of the 28 pounds?
I would say definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. His head is like the weight and probably size of 2 candlepin bowling balls.
Well, I mean, if it was that bad, he'd be like Max in the Grinch,
right?
Where he just like the antler was too heavy for his head, and he just kind of went
forward.
Yeah.
That's what happens to him in the water.
Oh, really?
Just go forward.
That sucks. That sucks.
He can swim though.
He can swim. He actually can swim. We brought him in a small pool just to see if he could. So we just brought him in and let him go to see if he would sink to the bottom, because bulldogs will sink to the bottom of a pool. They can't swim. Their heads are too heavy. And so that's like you can't have them around a pool or anything like that, because they'll literally just sink to the bottom. They have these short little T-Rex legs and then these giant basketball heads. And they just sink right to the bottom.
I've thrown basketballs into a pool and they float.
Bowling ball heads?
Bowling balls.
I didn't want to use bowling ball twice.
Right. No, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you'd want a medicine ball.
Medicine ball. Yeah, like a medicine ball head.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Bruce, but Annie's here.
Yeah. Annie's here.
Annie, you've got so much stuff going on.
Do I?
Yeah. I mean,
You
got a new single out?
You got a new single that came out. You've got vinyl that's out. You guys have you're back to playing shows. Like how's all that been going? How's it been feeling?
Oh yeah, so Jackknife Stiletto has a new single out calling All the Creeps. And our vinyl and CD for the full-length album of Chronicles of Jane is available at select shows that we're playing. So it's not available online to purchase yet, but if we play a show, then you could buy it at the show. So we're kind of doing an opposite thing, where we're going to release singles from the album every few months, but if we play a show, then the album will be available at the show.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool.
You can get songs before the single's out.
So you guys just recently got to play with Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome. So
Finally.
I know that was pushed off.
Yeah, that
because
was like in the
COVID.
making for 2 years.
Yeah.
So how is the response, and have you sold the vinyls? Like, are we getting feedback?
Yes, we sold a bunch of vinyl at the Bowling for Soup show. That was the first time they were allowed out of their packaging. But yeah, the Bowling for box. Yeah, fresh out of the box. The Bowling for Soup show was amazing. We had the crowd was super awesome. It was great to play in front of a crowd. They were loud and singing along to the songs and stuff. And Bowling for Soup loved us. They were great. So it was a really awesome show to come back to. Hey, come on! I got a flying Bruce around here.
We keep talking about like shows and coming back and everything, and Jimmy's out playing again, and I'm not because
We'll get
we've
there.
got some things and stuff,
Get there.
loss of members, physical members.
It's all right.
Not contributing members.
I'll play for you.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, so like the merch thing. That was one thing that
was the
we
weird
talked
thing
about.
for me, yeah.
We talked about it with like other bands too. The merch thing. How have you guys handled all that kind of stuff? Like getting back into the merch and interacting with people and.
Well, at the show, at the merch booth, we're all wearing masks, and probably 90% of the customers did as well, and taking pictures with us as well. Everyone was masked up, and we had ordered custom Jackknife Stiletto hand sanitizers specifically for the Bowling for Soup show last year. So we were able to sell those at the show as well. And
they were expired.
There's no expiration date?
Yeah. Well, might have expired in 2020. No, I'm just kidding. No,
a bunch of them were used.
Some were used because,
pre-owned.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe a few spritzes have been used by us.
We say
seasoned. I like that one. I like that too.
Yeah, but we had ordered merch for the show, so we've had plenty of stuff, physical merch available to sell at the show, but we set up like a normal show. We had a nice big display area there, and set the table up a little further than normal, but we just sanitized often and kept it going.
Yeah. Awesome.
Now, one thing we were talking about that you were actually our very first guest.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even know that we were going to have guests
Yeah.
when we had you. So you ushered in an entire era of
Trailblazer, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. But with that, I also have noticed that since you've been on this show, you released vinyl. You played with Bowling for Soup. You've done a bunch of amazing things. So since that visit to Bacon Is My Podcast, how has your life changed? What? So many things.
It seems like only up from there.
Yeah.
Right.
It seems like we really kind of sent you on your way to.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not, I guess to put a pun there, I was your guinea pig, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That could be said.
Sure. If you want to frame it that way, you can frame it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, because then also I think your first 7 questions, I might have also done that as well.
Yeah, you were our first.
Yes.
Yeah. In a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In a lot of things. But since then, you guys have taken it off from there and gotten some amazing guests and bands and wrestlers, and that's super cool. And I'm really proud of you guys, and I'm super excited to see where the Bacon verse is going.
Ooh, we should make a multiverse.
We are making.
You have a multiverse because you have the
podcast,
you have the passion, you have the fashion.
Yeah.
See?
Well,
you have the tasting.
Okay,
now, I will
wait,
say, little known fact, Annie came up with Bacon Is My Fashion.
Yes, she did.
So on our website, if you go to baconismypodcast.com and you want to check out one of our sweet shirts or hats, we have all those things. There's a beanie. It's warm. It's wintertime.
Yeah.
You can check those out. It's right under Bacon Is My Fashion, which coined by Miss Annie Stoic.
Yes.
Yes, she did. I was going to say something and you made me forget.
Oh,
no, multiverse. Okay, so what I think needs to happen is we have one whole episode, and it's Annie and Jen, and we just sit them down, pour some drinks, hit record,
let them go,
walk away. Annie,
Love
you
it.
up for that?
Yes.
I think this needs to happen.
Right. Yeah, take over as host.
Yes.
Give us the week off.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll score you a decent guest.
The Jen and Stoic takeover of Bacon Is My Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
like
we
it.
should secure the guests though, so it's a surprise to you guys.
No.
Why?
Because
I think I could bring on a good guest. Or why don't we have 2? One from you guys, one from us.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
We're bringing people together in the multiverse.
Okay, multiverse. Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
But we can't tell each other who the guest is.
Oh,
this is good.
Ooh,
this is good.
Completely surprise.
I love this.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I love this concept.
Purely because we have so many guests that I think just on the idea of for fun would do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we could probably get somebody really good.
Oh yeah.
To pop on.
Yeah.
That then they would have no idea who they are.
Right. And then we'd be like,
welcome to Bacon Is My Podcast. Please explain to me who you are.
Yes. I love it.
I think that would be great.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this idea.
I do too.
Challenge accepted.
What I would also like to do, Annie, would you like to answer a question from Poddex?
Yeah, we didn't have...
What the fuck deck?
So that was the
Sure.
one thing she didn't get to do.
Yep.
Because it was before we had sponsors.
We didn't have any sponsors
Yeah.
at the time. And so all of our other guests have gotten to do a Poddex question, and you have not.
I have not. Yeah.
So here we are on the 1-year anniversary.
Figure the WTF deck is probably a good one for you, unless you would like.
No, I want what you picked.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna fan it out. You're gonna pick it, and Mike is gonna ask you the question.
Okay.
We're not gonna. You're not gonna
What? You're not going to shuffle?
We don't need to shuffle. Nobody's asked these questions yet.
But
we're not going to get a double.
It's not. I don't like it.
Hey man, we're switching it up.
All right.
Because it's 1 year doesn't mean we have to change everything.
In the interest of time.
Annie, do you like this?
Do you want to take your? Do you want to move your finger from left to right or right?
You can move your finger.
I don't know if I can. Is it left to right or right to left?
How you pick. It's all up to you, man. It's in your hands.
On your left.
The world is my oyster.
The world is your oyster.
Okay. Ready? Annie, I'm going to go from left to right.
And you
Okay.
say stop.
Stop.
All right.
Annie, have you ever had a weird Uber experience?
I had to have. I'm trying to think of a weird one. Probably someone making weird comments for sure. I don't doubt that at all. But I do want to say that if you didn't know this, that you as a customer get an Uber rating. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
And mine is low because I'm notorious for being the responsible adult to get other people home, which means they will go in and be bad customers. So I'm convinced that my rating is low because I've sent people home
on your
using my account.
You Uber people home that are then dicks.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's awful.
I was why is my rating so low?
Well, I also
wait. When you say low, because I mean,
It's not that low, but
when we're talking Uber ratings, like people go, "Oh, you have a 4? Oh my god, that's
right."
low. It's like,
I should see if mine has gone up throughout the
while
time.
you look up your Uber rating, I will also say that knowing Miss Stoic as well as I do, which is pretty well, I will say that you are also, as much as you are a responsible person that will get people home, you are also a person that will mouth off to an Uber driver, and you will also tweet them and badly tweet a company.
You're correct.
And so
that's correct. You know what? Yeah, that okay. That's the Uber thing. Some reason every time they get off the highway by the house, every single Uber person does this. They automatically their GPS stops working the second they get off the highway and cannot find your house. And they start making wrong turns. And I'm like, what are you doing? Just keep following the GPS. You've been doing so well. You know? I don't say that all the time, but my Uber rating's 4.94, so it's gone up.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Fine.
That's not terrible at all.
But it was down for it was, in the 4.7-ish range for a bit.
Jim and I take a lot of Ubers and
Yes.
stuff like that. And for a little while, we were using Lyft because it was new, and Jim had it on his phone. And he's like, "Oh, it's cheaper."
In certain
and
areas
we
it is.
went to Seattle, where things close at 10 o'clock. And I went out. I went to the bathroom. We found the one bar that was open, so we can have a drink and be scoffed. They were scoffing at us.
They were scoffing at us
because we were not a part of the
wedding party.
Was it the wedding party or engagement party?
Right.
But we were in there and we were patrons of the bar.
The door was open.
The door was open. The bartender was working. He was willing to serve us.
Yeah.
So they were scoffing at us, but I went to go take a tinkle. Jim ordered his Lyft, and and he texted me while I was tinkling, "Hey, I'm in the car already. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud."
Yes. I immediately, when I walked to the car, sat in the back seat because I was like, oh, Mike needs to be in the front seat.
And this guy, he looked like Bruce.
Praying mantis.
Like, but more like the eyes were Bruce.
Yeah.
He didn't have the cute face. He was like a lizard guy.
Praying mantis, yeah.
Yeah, praying mantis.
Yeah.
And the whole time he was talking about how he saw an accident on the highway.
Yeah.
And he thought he saw a dead body.
I really thought we were in a large March situation.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was awful. It was really, really,
Worst
really
accident
weird.
I ever seen.
I've never seen it. It was awful. It was so bad. I can't believe it. And then all of a sudden, like, he stopped complaining, and then started singing to Ed Sheeran.
Yes, loved Ed Sheeran.
That was weird.
Nice.
Because I sat next to him.
Yeah.
And then
I was in the back seat giggling to myself the whole way home.
Yeah, I hate you. And then after that, instead of making the right turn and going like probably about a half mile, maybe a mile down into the parking lot to our hotel, we said, "Hey, why don't you drop us off at 7-Eleven right here,
right
where your stoplight is, because you're stopped right here. We'll just walk out now." And he freaked out.
He did. He was not sure how to make that happen.
How am I supposed to do that?
That was a move he wasn't ready for.
I was like, just end the ride. I'll pay for the rest. I'll pay for the extra mile, buddy. We're stopping here, and I want to get out of this car. And yeah, that was a weird. Such a weird.
And then we
experience.
left that car, went into 7-Eleven, bought Night Train.
Yes.
Went up to the room and watched
Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground while drinking Night Train.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Seattle
Why not?
closes at 10 o'clock.
A lot of cities do.
Well, no, this is pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
Well, okay. So, Annie, thank you for joining us. And popping on for our 1 year anniversary. We could not have a 1 year anniversary without having you on because, of course, you were our very first guest, and
not only just
you broke
first guest,
down.
but also the first in studio guest as well.
Yeah, first in studio guest as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it was a double whammy.
And she's going to be the first guest host.
Yeah.
In the coming in season 2.
Season dicks.
Season 2.
Season dicks.
Yeah.
So this is each season is a year.
Sure,
baby.
Cool.
I think we get to decide. I think we just get to make it up as we go along, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Why not?
Wait, do I have to pay attention to that stuff?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
You pay attention to enough.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
So, Annie, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you, where they can get the new vinyl, where they can check out the new single.
Yes.
And all things Jackknife Stiletto and all things Annie Stoic.
All right. Well, I'm Annie Stoic. I sing and play guitar in Jackknife Stiletto and want to wish Bacon Is My Podcast a happy 1 year anniversary. And can't wait to see what you guys do in season 2 of Bacon Is My Podcast. You can find all things Jackknife Stiletto and myself on all websites, jackknifestiletto.com, at Annie Stoic everything, at Jackknife Stiletto everything. Our new single's out on Blackheart Records, on all of your streaming devices. And the physical album, you'll have to wait until we play a physical show, and we'll have to physically give it to you. So that's how that's
join
working.
Their mailing list. You should probably join their mailing list
Yes.
so you know when a show's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can do on jackknifestiletto.com.
Indeed. So, Annie, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This has been cool.
Yeah.
Let's do
Awesome.
it again sometime.
Let's definitely do it again sometime. And we'll leave, and you can just do
We'll
it.
leave, and then you can just do
Yeah,
it.
we're going to do the bacon takeover.
Yes.
The bakeover.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's good. That's good.
I like it. What a trip.
Right? A long, strange year it's been.
I really think we need to have the outro to Saturday Night Live playing in the background right now.
Oh, I agree.
Like some sweet sax in the background.
Nice. Can we do that? Is that legally?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But we'll find some sweet sax.
Yeah. Where we just kind of go. And we want to thank grillyourassoff.com. Promo code
Wild
BACON.
Wild Bills. drinkwildbills.com.
Promo code BACON.
Promo code BACON.
Poddex.com. Promo code. You guessed it, BACON. You get 10% off all of them. SportsLegacySups.com. Promo code BaconPod.
Yeah.
Got to switch it up there.
A little different.
Another 10% off.
10% off.
Get a hold of your cognitive health.
Mm.
I have a problem with that word. I have a problem with a lot of words. Apparently.
And you know what? In season 6,
I'll work on it.
Nah, don't even work on it, man. You'll see a lot more problems with words. You'll see a lot more dumb faces from me. You'll see a lot more fun guests.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Honestly, like,
yeah,
we started this for the hell of it, just to have fun together doing something. And it's definitely been that and so much more than that. And it's become something that means a lot to both of us. Every bit as much as our own music and bands and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we're really going to keep working hard and trying to make this a thing that entertains you, inspires you, and makes you always ask yourself.
One question.
Every time.
What is your bacon? Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Happy 1 year, buddy.
Yeah, happy 1 year. We did it.
Yeah. Can't be good, be good at it. Nice.